I think we're live. Not well on my end right now. Okay, we're recording. We're recording. All right. So we're on the number 19. Yeah. Number 19, 20th card. So we started at 0. Okay, we're at the sun. Okay, because our last card was the moon, right? And the sun, the moon was dreamy lunar solar or silvery consciousness, right? So that was going and basically getting the focus so you can actually like follow the sun, right? Here's the actual sun. Like this is the making it to the day, the breaking of the day. Now, what is the sun card? Why is it important? This is the archetypal idea of freedom, of joy and happiness, right? This is the sun. This is like get up and run around naked, right? But there's a thing about the sun, like not only is it freedom, there's also structure. There's always a structure in every rendition of the sun card. Okay? So the structure is obviously the civilization structures, right? So these are things that we can retreat to when the sun goes down, but we don't destroy them when we are at freedom, right? We just let them be where they are and then we use them as we need them. That's the thing about the structure. But the solar consciousness is beyond the structure. It goes outside of the structures, right? And so here's the thing about tarot and the art in it. All the art is meaningful. So if there's a landscape, it refers to things of nature. If there are buildings or structures, it refers to things of society. So the structures, this is referred to society. So the solar consciousness can retreat to society when it needs to, but it's allowed to go off into nature and to be free and happy, right? This is so in the story of the Fool, right? Story of the Fool, as he's a hermit, right? And this is where he's gone through the night. He witnessed the star after the destruction of the tower. He followed the moon down the water, right? And now it's daybreak, and now he meets a child, right? And the child's like starts asking him shit that makes him actually question his entire reality. And then suddenly like he realizes like the child is himself, right? But it's not like himself, it's like his idealized sort of super ego, I want to say purified, rarefied, and innocent consciousness, right? It's the solar consciousness. It's beyond the bounds of the material. Therefore, it's depicted more like a child because it is at a state where it's not hampered by any sort of social pressures, right? So it would be depicted by a child, so it would be in a state of innocence. So, realizing this child is himself, and the child turns into the sun, right? Very fucking Teletubbies, and like kind of stupid like that. Then, the hermit realizes that he's like achieved the solar consciousness, right? And this is very important with alchemy, is to achieve the solar consciousness, right? To create gold out of the lead of the material. Alright. So what else about the sun? Okay, so it represents the sun. Obviously, it's astrology. I think the only one that's dumb like that is the moon. And I think, yeah, the moon card, because the moon card means Pisces, but the sun card means the sun. And then its Hebrew association is Resh, and Resh means sun. And I think, wait, what does Resh mean? Oh well, I know its astrological equivalency is the sun. So the sun card. The sun card's about freedom and liberation and joy and happiness and splendor and running around naked in the sun. It's about the abundance of life. It's about the willingness to let go and go ahead without fear or hesitation and just enjoy. Just enjoy. This is like This is one of those best cards to get, you know? This is where it's all like, oh, you know, it's illuminated, it's enlightened, it's revealing. The Sun card's a very good card, right? I wonder if it was paired with the Happy Squirrel. Alright, so, again, it's a self-explanatory card. It is the Sun. It is the... Okay, because also the Sun represents the travel through the zodiac, so it's one of the highest and the lowest, or not the lowest, but it's like one of the highest spheres, but it's also the center, so it's the center and the highest, because it's like one of the most powerful of all the celestial planets, right, or the alchemical planets, because it's not a planet, it's a star, but anyways, so the Sun makes its way across the zodiac, right? But not only does it like make its way across the zodiac on our spectrum, because that's Earth. That's Earth traveling around the Sun, right? The Sun makes its way around the zodiac in a thing called the precession of the equinox, right? So what is the precession of the equinox? Okay. So, my nose is just like runny and clogged and stuff. Stupid. Okay, so what is the precession of the equinox? Okay, so the best book I've seen on this that has anything about this is Lon Duquette's Angels, or God's Angels and Demons, or what is it called? It's right here. One second. Here we go. Alright. Angels, Demons, and Gods of the New Millennium. Right? So, and I'll always recommend anything from Lon Duquette. He is funny, right? And nothing makes you learn like when you're laughing your ass off. Okay, so what's the precession of the equinox? Okay, so the precession of the equinox is the Sun makes its way slowly backwards through the zodiac. So every age, or every like, so you've heard of the age of Aquarius, you know, where you let the sun rise, let the sun rise, the sun shine in, the sun shine in, let the sun rise, the sun shine in. It's the age of Aquarius. You know that shit, right? So in the 70s, we transferred into the age of Aquarius. Now, what does that mean? Okay. Shit, I didn't know. I'm like 7 minutes in, and now we're getting into some deep shit. Okay, because I thought I was gonna be out of material real quick. Okay, so the precession of the equinox. As each age goes, the Sun is in the star sign of whatever age when we are in spring. So when it comes to March 31st, right? Wherever the Sun is, whatever star sign the Sun like is behind the Sun according to the Earth, that is the age. So normal Western astrology, we just do it sort of monthly. We're like, oh well, it starts with Aries, and Aries is in start of spring, so end of March and beginning of April, and then blah 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 blah, right? Even though that's not true, that's not even how like it actually is now. So that's more of like a seasonal astrology, right? So what's going on is during every age, the sort of energy changes according to the mystical, magical. So, okay, how does this work? Alright, so during the age of Taurus, we were learning how to cultivate farms and livestock, right? And so what it was the age of the bull. And then the mystery of that age is always the opposite star sign. So the age of the bull, the mystery of the snake. Okay, and then it was then the age of the ram, right? So that was age of Aries, age of war, age of battle, age of conquest. The mystery was that of law and justice, right? So the scales. So That was what it was about. It was about balance and law. The next one was Pisces, right? So the fish, Jesus, right? The mystery was that of the Virgin, Virgo. So this is how all the ages of the precession of the equinoxes work. And so right now we're in the age of Aquarius. So it's the age of the man, the water bearer, right? The weirdo, the wacko, because Aquarius is fucking weird, guys. Come on. We all know Aquarius is weird. You know Aquarius is weird. I know Aquarius is weird. We all know Aquarius is weird. Weird as shit. And we're in a weird time. And Aquarius is run, or its planetary ruler is Uranus. Uranus is the magician, is the rebel, is just wacky. It's wacky, 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 but corresponds with technology from everything I've worked with. So, in the age of Aquarius, what is the mystery? The mystery is its opposite star sign. So what's its opposite star sign? That's right, Leo. The mystery of the lion. Mystery of MAGA, right? So, it's some fun shit, right? So, the sun. The sun it's corresponding with conscious energy. So, wherever it is in the zodiac is sort of what's going on in the world, consciously. And then its opposite is the mystery, right? And so that's what you need: the lunar consciousness, the high priestess, to be able to understand. She has to understand the mystery of the thing, while the sun is sort of what everybody else is doing. So that's the sort of the pop culture. So wherever the sun is in the zodiac, that's what's going on, right? So right now we're in the age of man. We're in the age of invention, because Aquarius is also the inventor. So we're in the age of invention. And we're going to be in technology. We're going to be that for like another 2,600 years, or some shit like that. And yeah, that's how long like ages are. They're long ass time. This also corresponds with what Crowley was saying with going into the new aeon, even though it has more to do with like how magical currents are initiated. Sort of like, instead of it being all lodge systems, it's all into basically like, hey, I'm studying this shit, you want to study it? And they're like, oh yeah, okay, what about this thing? It's like, oh yeah, I dealt with that. So like, that's sort of how it's actually turning out now. But anyway, so the sun card, sun is consciousness, it's liberation, it's freedom, but there's still structure, and you can still retreat to the structure when the freedom becomes too much, right? But it's not like a repressive structure. It's there for a purpose. It's there for use. It's not there to be abused or to put abuse upon something or the denizens thereof. It's like the garden planter. This is meant for joy and happiness. This is to bring joy, right? The structure is meant to bring joy and safety and to allow freedom, right? Because the freedom is also the freedom to not be harmed when, something else comes around, right? So, this is the sun card. And, yeah. Alright guys, that's me for right now. So if you want to go ahead and give me a like, dude, even if you don't like it, give me a like. Just do it. Alright, so, give me a like, share it, subscribe. Come on, help me out. If you have anything to share, something like this, help me out. We're all friends here, aren't we? But yeah, so alright guys,